Are you thinking of moving to Thailand in 2025? A lot of people talk about the pros of Thailand. Some says the great beaches, good food, nice people, low cost of living. I'm going to go over some of the cons that Thailand has that maybe a lot of people don't go over. I'm going to go over my experience and what are some of the cons that I found in my 10 years of living in Thailand. So first off is the visas. Now, the visas here can be quite straightforward if you can afford them. So you have options like the elite visa, the LTR visas. These can actually make the process go a lot smoother, and I would advise anybody that's got the means to look at these kind of visas because they make it a lot easier and they can make your life a lot less hassle. But ignoring that, if you're looking to retire here, the retirement visas are very bureaucratic. You need 800,000 in a Thai bank account. They come check on you. You need to go to immigration every 3 to 6 months, and you need to go out of the country. Now, this may not be what you want if you are just looking for a peaceful life and to stay in a country full time. So that's something to think about. My advice is to just pay the money if you can and get an elite visa. I've had one. It's a great option if you can afford $20,000 to gift the government. You've also got the LTR visas. But if you are looking for the retirement option, the visa options can be quite bureaucratic and it can be quite stressful getting all the paperwork. Number two is the rising cost of living. Now, this is a global phenomenon, so it's not just subject to Thailand. And I'm not going to say it's expensive if you compare it to some Western cities like London or New York, but the costs are rising. I've been living in Thailand for 10 years and I've seen a lot of change in the demographic of the people that are coming here. 10 years ago, it was a lot of people on fixed pensions of, say, $2,000 looking to stretch their budget. Now what you're seeing is a mass exodus of those kind of people to places like Cambodia, the Philippines, Vietnam, because they can't afford that. I'm not saying you can't live cheaply in Thailand, but I think the costs are rising. If I was to go just off the top of the cuff, what I think is a good budget to live, it depends obviously on where you're living and your lifestyle and if you've got a family. But for a single male, I would say $2,000 to $3,000 is a good amount if you're living somewhere in Bangkok, or even probably a bit less, $2,000 in somewhere like Chiang Mai. Now, the costs have been rising over time, but I still think it's very affordable. But if you're looking to stretch out, maybe you're just on social security, I don't think Thailand may be the best option for you in 2025. So 3 is the income, banking and taxes in Thailand. So in 2024, Thailand introduced a residential tax system. That means if you bring money into Thailand, it will be taxed, even if it's taxed in your home country. So for people living on pensions, they're bringing it all into Thailand. Say, like we said before, if they're getting $2,000, $1,000 pension, they're bringing that all into Thailand. It may not be the best option for you because you are going to get taxed on that in 2025 in Thailand as it stands. Also, what we've seen in Thailand is banking restrictions. As I'm speaking now, in June 2025, Bangkok Bank has made more restrictions on opening accounts to foreigners. And setting up businesses, if you are looking to do that, can be quite bureaucratic and quite hard to deal with. So that's another thing. If you're looking to move to Thailand, it may be hard to set up a business. If you're looking to live on just purely your pension, it may not be the best option from a tax perspective. And also some of the banking restrictions that kind of restrict you on that. I will give to a caveat that, again, going back to the visas situations, if you are looking to get an LTR visa or an elite visa, they can make these process very simple. So that's why I personally think it's worth spending the money to get these visas if you've got the means, because they could just make everything kind of fluid for you. So number 4 is the healthcare and safety concerns. Well, people say Thailand has great healthcare, which is true. I was at Med Park earlier today and it's like a 5-star hotel. You have great medical facilities there, some of the best doctors and some of the best facilities. But that's only if you can afford it. The public healthcare here is not the best, and the hospitals in the public sector are very different. Although I think the doctors are great on the public system, the hospitals themselves may not be the ones you're looking for. Going up to the health situation as well, so just make sure you can afford good private healthcare if you are looking to move to Thailand in 2025. If you can't, maybe look elsewhere. Because again, I don't think Thailand's the place for you if you're looking just to retire here and you can't afford good healthcare system, or at least the private healthcare. Going on to the safety concerns, the traffic here is pretty chaotic. As a lot of people mention, it's pretty crazy. You do have kind of MRTs, BTSs in Bangkok. If you're outside of Bangkok and you're living somewhere like Chiang Mai or Phuket, you really do need transportation, as it's quite difficult to get around without a bike or a car. And the roads aren't that great. For example, in Phuket, they normally have a kind of crash a day with a foreigner there. So it just gives you an example of the safety concerns that you do have if you are looking to drive or get a motorbike in Thailand. The other kind of safety concerns is pollution. Now this is quite specific to areas such as Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai obviously has a lot of pollution in the kind of burning season. It's kind of infamous for that. I think it's actually not that bad the other months of the year. Same with Bangkok. In the dry season, it has kind of 3 months of the year where you can get days where it's quite hazardous to go outside. It's not as bad as places like China or India, but it's not great. And if you're looking for kind of healthy lifestyle, you may want to look kind of elsewhere. Maybe Phuket's a better option, or look elsewhere outside of Thailand. Look, Thailand's a great place. There's a reason a lot of people, either retirees, move here, or it's listed as one of the top places for digital nomads in the world. Although it doesn't come without its cons. My advice would be make sure you can afford it, get a good visa system, either the elite or the LTR option, and maybe test the water before you move here. Come stay here for a limited amount of time, say 3-6 months, and make sure you enjoy the culture, you like the lifestyle that Thailand has to offer.